Well, hello, YouTube, and brothers and sisters, and whoever is kind enough to follow me and has followed me for many years. Um, Something I just watched a couple of videos. These two links will be okay. Let me move it down so you can see it there. I just watched these two videos, and I have gone in and looked myself at this, and something is very strange, and I don't know why they have placed the size monitors on La Palma in this grid pattern here. Maybe there's a certain reason for that they have done it like this. This is emsc.eu earthquake map, and this is emsccsem.org, which is showing all these earthquakes, or they have been picked up by these sensors, but I wouldn't cause any alarm on that and say that is weird. Why are they like that? Well, this island, La Palma, has had many earthquakes and volcanic eruptions during time. So it's not new to the people of this island, which is not an island. They're calling it an island, but it's not an island. It's something different that I have been told about, and it's not a good thing. You can say that the islands of Hawaii is islands because they are built up, of course, from the bottom up by volcanic activity, but they have a much more solid structure to them than La Palma has. So I believe that the scientists or seismologists have placed these sensors in a grid-like pattern to pick up between the division line, which is here. This is the division line. This is here where the land slid 6 feet downwards towards the Atlantic Ocean, westward, from the last eruption. This is how that looks, and I would not go into saying anything conspiracy, but I wouldn't put it past any of these so-called tyrants that they would like this one to go into the ocean. There is one thing I want to point out here. All you see here is these different cities, right? These pieces of land you see here, they are fairly new pieces of land from prior eruptions. The lava flows coming from Cumbre Vieja is running down the mountains and running out to the sea. And when this hot lava hits the sea, they will solidify because of, they get cooled off and then the rock solidifies. So what you see here is, on this map, is fairly new land created by lava flows. It's not been there for thousands of years. This is very new. And the guy, what's his name? He's the guy, he's Spanish. He lives on La Palma. His name is Bear something. He's reporting daily, and he has shown some images of new land is being created. You can see this is Cumbre Vieja here, and you can see the lava flows. They have flowed down to the coastline, solidified when they hit the oceans and creating new land. But what I was told the other day, or a little week ago, which I haven't gone around to it, is that La Palma is not an island. La Palma is a lip sitting on a volcanic tube or shaft. And how I see it from a 90-degree perspective, not from above, but horizontally, looking into the volcano. And this is going to be a little child's play, but this is the best I can describe what I'm talking about here. So we have a lava tube, and it's going up here. So this is, of course, west, and this is east, and this is south, and that is north, obviously. So I'm looking from the south towards the north at a cross section of what I'm seeing. So Cumbre here is in eruption, and lava is flowing down the hill, creating new land. But this so-called island is a lip. It is sitting and has been built over many earthquakes to become an island that is you are able to live upon. And that's fine. That's fine. But there is a problem here. And that is this section here, or should we just go back here, zoom out to there. This section going from here and all the way down here, is prone to break off or slide into the ocean and so-called creating this tsunami. So this is the best that I can, child's play, describe for you. So this piece of land here sunk 6 feet after the last earthquake towards the Atlantic Ocean west. So there is a possibility, because this is a lip, that if these earthquakes are getting more powerful, and let me do something else. How do we do that? Yeah, we can try and do it very, very five. See if you can do it in a pen. If you take the island as a, why is it so thick? I don't get that. It's supposed to be thin, isn't it? Look at how thick they are. That don't make sense. Jeez, what's that? Spray can, crayon, fill, pixel pen. Okay, let's do it the thinnest we can. So if we look at the island, right, from the side, this is just roughly. What is going on here is we have the shaft here, the volcanic shaft, and from what I have learned many, many years ago, long before I got to America, that is that this island has had several different shafts. So what is going on here is the island is actually broken up in smaller sections. So that means if there is pressure coming through a new vent, that means that this vent can actually separate this entire slab from right here, and this will plunge in if that happens because of expansion of the material. Heat creates expansion, and if it's associated with water, that's a much different story. Then it becomes very explosive. So let's just say that the island starts to crack, and seawater is pushed up and mixed with the lava, which will create an explosive reaction. That means that this entire piece of land here can, in principle, break off and just fall into the ocean because of how the volcano or the island in the past or over time has been created. So it's not an island that has a like this structure sitting down to the seafloor. That's not how it is. It's sitting on a tube that has built land over time, exactly as I show you here. You can clearly see it. This is brand new land right here, very fertile land, but in here you see that it's less fertile, but down by where the water is very rich in vegetation, and you see that very clearly. Here is just rough mountains, or actually volcanic residue. This is a volcano too. If that one wakes up, then we got a completely different set of problems at our hands. Because Rivera is here, and this is the one that erupted. Look at this caldera. That's not a little child. That is a big one. That could, in principle, reactivate itself. We don't know that. You can only, hope for the best. And you can see the size scale of this thing. This is a huge caldera. It's not small. Let's just say that. Unfortunately, on this map, there is no ruler, so I can't tell you how much this is. But this is at least 50 kilometers. That is a very big caldera that can potentially go into eruption. So I think they have, on the east side of the slippage point from the last eruption of 6 feet, they have placed these seismologists or size monitors in a grid pattern, so they can monitor exactly what is going on one side or on the other side. This side here is more safe because that side is sitting directly on top of the shaft, the tube. But this part is hanging out into the ocean. And as I said, if water is mixed with lava, creating extremely expansive explosive steam, can break this lip of this so-called island. That it's not an island. It's a volcanic plateau created over many earthquakes over time. So right there, in this area right here, this is the core, maybe this is the core of this lava tube. But now lava has found another place to come up, creating a new tube over time. I don't know that. I mean, the experts know that. And I'm not going to sit here and say something bad is going to happen. I don't know. All I know is that before I came to this country, before I knew about what was going on, really what was going on this beautiful place that is going to hell in a handbasket, I knew about this volcano. I knew about the risk. I knew about what they're fearing. That's old news. It's nothing new to me. It might be new to you, and you might say, oh, he's fear-mongering. No, I'm not fear-mongering. Not at all. Most volcanic islands has been created by the volcano itself. Depending on how long the earthquake, and we've seen that in the recent years, even over by Japan, because of volcanic eruption, a new island appeared in the ocean. And that's just something that happens. And Hawaii is the perfect example of islands created by volcanic activity. Every single island in Hawaii is a volcano. Every one of them. Because they're sitting on a rift in the crust on the Pacific plate, where volcanic material is always coming up. And Kilauea is waking up, if it is already woken up. So I'm not saying that this has any specific, oh, let's be scared. No, it's not what I'm saying. I just say that these people, seismologists, have placed these sensors in this grid in order to get a better picture instead of putting them randomly. It's better that they can put them in sections, in sectors, to see where is the main problems for what's going on right now. You can see they all line perfectly up. Perfect. Same distance to all of them. So this is a way of scientifically monitor the activity at La Palma. Nothing else. This is not a conspiracy thing at all. This is not because someone is manipulating and trying to make sure that a tsunami is going to happen and it's going to take out Florida, most of the east coast of the United States of America, and South America is going to be hit hard. England is going to get hit hard. Ireland, Western Europe is going to get hit hard. But if you look at the map here, which I've been asked about from one who is following me, he's living in Morocco. He's asking me, how would it look for Morocco? Well, Morocco is here, right here. Well, they are lying on the east side of La Palma. They will experience, if this is going to take place, I'm saying if, they are going to experience a rise in sea levels significantly, and it will create some damage, but they are not going to have a wall of water coming against them like a big tsunami. Why? This is why. Because if it breaks off here, the remaining part of this lip is protecting the wave going east, or shielding the wave from going eastward. So therefore, Morocco is of course going to experience some damage. So we are mainly looking at the Caribbean and Florida and the East Coast, and of course down in South America. This is where the vast majority of damage is going to occur if this happens. They are going to feel destruction in this area too, naturally, but it's going to be nothing compared to what is going to happen over here. Nothing. It's not even coming close to anything super bad. But they are going to see something's going on. And I'm sure they will be warned in time that something happened at La Palma. I'm not so sure that some doomfuck in DC is going to tell the populace anything. I don't think Homeland Security is going to tell us a damn thing. I don't think FEMA is going to tell us a damn thing. I just think they're going to keep their mouth shut, because what I know is they would love this state to be taken out, because this state is standing for freedom. They are not putting up with Chiden and his communist little buddies. They're not listening to them. They're doing exactly as they see fit as a sovereign state, which all states in America are. You do not, and I repeat, you do not have to obey these bastards sitting in DC. You've got to understand that. No senators, no governors have to obey these draconian laws that this district of criminals is putting in place. None of you have to. You can break free from the union at any time. You can secede from the union at any time. You don't have to put up with them. They work for us. We don't work for them. We put them there in the first place to govern our nation. And what they're doing now is not governing. They're destroying. And that's their goal. That is to destroy this great nation. So I am pretty sure that there will be no alarm bells. They want this piece of land here to be swamped in water. If they can get away with it, they will love it. I'm just saying, be ready. You know, and not that I want to sit and preach, but we know that there will be perilous times in the end days, and we are already there. We're already there, people. And it's only, unfortunately, going to get worse from here. And if you want any preaching on that, find God now. Now. It was on pause, and when I don't want to pause anymore, it just starts rolling. Don't know why, but it doesn't matter. But that's all I can say to you. I'm not going to say that there's any kind of conspiracy regarding this at all. It's just how they placed it in order to monitoring in a gridlock pattern. And I understand that. It makes perfect sense to me. So this is how it looks. And as you know, Yeshua said in Matthew 24 that there will be earthquakes in diverse places. Oh yeah, there are. They're freaking all over the place. We got over 60 volcanoes topside right now in eruption on planet Earth. A super volcano just blew up in Japan, Seoul. That's a super volcano. It just blew up. Well, it has been erupting. I think it was in the 30s. It erupted, 1930s, the last eruption. But this one was freaking like a nuclear bomb on the ground, underground nuclear detonation that took place. It was a huge explosion, massive. And these volcanoes are going to pop up left and right. And if we look over here, we've got Japan here. Out here in the ocean, I don't know if the maps here will show it, but out here we got volcano, underwater volcano, which is called Tamu Massive. It is the largest volcano on planet Earth. It's actually the largest volcano known to man in the solar system. It's 76 times larger than Yellowstone. Everybody's worrying about Yellowstone. I wouldn't be so worried about Yellowstone, because it's constantly letting out its pressure by geysers and lava, mud flows, and so on. So it's stabilizing itself. It's constantly venting the pressure from below. And there's a rise of land here and there, and everybody's freaking out. I would be more worried about this area out here, Tamu Massive. Much worse. Well, I can look it up. Tamu Massive. Right there. See a picture of it. It's sitting right there. They say it's extinct. Well, there's a lot of volcanoes they say that they are extinct. Who says they cannot blow up again? It's bigger than this one. This is on Mars. Mount Olympus or something like that. It's huge. It's enormous. So this is where we are. They're sitting right there. So on this map here, sitting right there. That's where Tamu Massive sits. Right here. Can you imagine this one blow up? And according to Mike from Around the World, this one is showing evidence of activity. That's something that needs to be kept a good eye on, because that one is not a pygmy, it's not a dwarf. This is a gigantic volcano. Not only if it blows will it create a tsunami, it is going to poison the Pacific Ocean significantly. There are some sea creatures that benefits from volcanic eruptions, a lot of fishies and other weird stuff that is thriving around volcanic vents in the ocean floors. But what is mostly edible to us would be poison and die off. And that goes to Hosea, that the fowls in the air will be taken away, the fish in the seas will be taken away, the land mammals will be taken away, meaning our food sources are going to be taken away in the end days. AKA Matthew 24, there will be famine and pestilences. Disease. Does that ring a bell? Disease. So I don't want to paddle anymore on that one. I will put the links here in the description box. You can subscribe to both of them. She is fantastic in what she's doing, bringing people to Christ. Much respect, sister. And this is Into Thin Air. This is Chelsea Bissell, and this is Into Thin Air. And you just watch their videos, and I mean, just get some knowledge on it. Don't be afraid. I mean, come on, people. We can't stop this. This snowball is running down the mountain. It's going its path, its course. It's just going to be what it's going to be. Okay? So over and out. And God bless you all.